We're recording. So welcome everyone. It is Wednesday, May 1st, and I can't believe it's already May. I say this every time because I think this year is just going by super quick. But I'm excited to come on and just talk a little bit more about Coach Basics. So there's a lot of different ways that people do Coach Basics. Brooke, who's our upline, dives into things, a couple different things that are equally as important. But I wanted to use, since she does a call every month that I think you can gather all that information from, I wanted to use tonight's call, and I want to start doing this regularly, at least once a month, to really help you get started as a coach. I think I would, rather than maybe call it Coach Basics, we'll call it our quick start guide to coaching, because I think this is a lot of the stuff we'll have in our one-on-one calls when you first sign up to become a coach. But I think it's really important to maybe be reminded of the simplicity of this business, even if you've been coaching for a while, or you're trying to get back in it, or maybe you're just a hobby coach, and you're trying to really figure out what to do if you want to maybe dive a little further, or you stop for a while and you want to jump back in. This is the call that I think will really help you. So what I want to initially kind of point you guys to, and I think it is the foundation of our business, and I'm going to share my screen to show you, is our Success Club system. So Business Activity Tracker. You'll hear it called the BAT, the Business Activity Tracker. You'll hear it called the Success Club system. But this is what it is. I've gone over this numerous times with many of you, but if this is your first call, or if it's your first time coaching, or maybe you're just on the fence thinking about coaching, the beauty of this business is you don't have to spend hours Googling, what do I even do? Or you don't have to, start following all these top coaches to start to, be like them. The beauty of this business is everything you need to be successful is in this document. You can print it out. I actually recommend printing out. What I try and do is I print out one for the week every month. And so at the beginning of the month, tonight, I'm going to print out 4 of these. If there's 4 weeks in May, there might be 5. Kind of 5. But anyway, you get the point. You print it out and you just follow it throughout the week. So if you're new to coaching, what you might be looking at this thinking, why does this start on Thursday? In the Beachbody world, payday is tomorrow. So I never have trouble getting up. Thursdays is a very exciting day. Every single Thursday is payday in the coaching world. And so that's why we consider that the start of the new week. So these are what we call the 4 vitals that are so important when you're getting started as a coach, because if you do these every day, and there's a little checkbox for you to check them, you will inevitably see success. Now, you have to remember, this is not something that you're just going to see success overnight. I would have a hunch that many of you followed your coach, if it's me or someone else on this team, for a while, and you didn't sign up the first time they invited you, and you likely didn't sign up the 3rd time they invited you. It maybe took months to watch your coach before you decided that, you know what, maybe I want to try this. Maybe I need to get healthier. Maybe I want to earn some extra income. Whatever your reason is, you watch them for a while. So the beauty of this tracker is it helps you be consistent. And I think for so many of us, hey, Joanna. I'm just talking through the tracker. So many of us, we think that, okay, I don't know what to do when I finally have some time to dedicate to coaching. This is what's really going to help you get set up for success, because it's going to, first and foremost, help you stay focused on, your own journey, drinking the products. Maybe you're not someone who even drinks Shakeology. Maybe you just do the performance line. Whatever it is, you're sharing that in your journey. And then the second phase of that is you're looking to start connecting with people. Now, if you're new to our team, if you're someone who doesn't even know what inviting really entails, don't worry, we're going to help walk you through all of that. There's guides, and I'm going to show you all the resources on this call today or tonight. But this is just a snapshot of what you can do to do these daily tasks every day to really start to see momentum pick up in your business and in your own personal goals that you have for yourself. So this is so like every day, just to give you an example, I'm at some point going to get in my workout and I'm probably going to drink my shake or I'm going to drink some Energize. And I'm, maybe I'm getting more creative in how you share it. Today, for example, I talked about how I use my shake as my, daycare pickup snack. When before I used to reach for the goldfish. And then from there, you're going to start to initiate connections. So I'm going to, as a new coach, I'm going to then start to initiate connections with people that are, maybe friends, family, friends of friends, people that are watching my story, people that are commenting on my post. I'm going to start to connect with those people. And it's not, my first touch isn't necessarily going to be, hey, would you like to join my next group? Maybe if it's someone I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to get to understand what their challenges may be. But that's what it means to kind of initiate the connections. And then to add followers, I have a whole section, a video that is dedicated to how to do that as you start to grow your own social media platforms. But that would be like for Instagram, I may go to a children's boutique that I shop at, or typically actually do like consignment sell. So maybe it's like something else, like a brand I love, and I look at their followers and I'll follow like 20 or 30 of their followers in a day, just a simple tap. And then those people that start to connect with me, that's an instant connection. And then again, it just kind of walks you through I don't want to spend too much time on this, but just walks you through daily things that you can share. So you never have to like think about what to do. It's all written out here for you. So, you're posting, and it is maybe one day it's a post about your fitness journey so far. Maybe the next day it's a post about your husband or your kids or this awesome new meal you made. But just kind of showing every day, kind of showing like the things that make you you. And then your stories, whether that's through Instagram or through Facebook. If you don't use either of those now, happy to walk you through how to do that. If you only use one right now, perfectly fine as well. But stories, this gives you great suggestions on what to share. And then again, just kind of walks you through different ways to leverage your social media to help expand your goals of growing your own business. So it essentially tells you exactly what to do. And then I'm going to pause here because I definitely want to show you all. If we go to our team page, which is our Team Joelle Happy page, you at the very top, there's a coaching files section. And I try to add to it regularly, but I have, I'm going to walk you through this document, but some great helpful resources. But in the scripts and convos folder, there's some great conversations and just examples of how I've started conversations or people on our team have started conversations. And this is going to be a great resource for you, especially if you have, if you don't have, maybe you don't know what to say because, oh my goodness, you're freaking out, someone's interested. So this is going to be a great resource for you to use. So then from there, the next vital is just getting people results. And so once you get someone who's signing up, you plug them into your challenge group and you start to, recognize, shout them out when they're doing, showing up every day, or they've lost a pant size, or whatever it is that's important to them, big or small. You are there for them and you are staying in contact with them and just sharing, sharing in their successes. And then the final vital is just doing personal development. So if you're new here and you don't know what personal development is, it is a very critical part of our business, but essentially it's finding a good book, whether it's Audible, whether it's something that you read on your Kindle or read an actual book. And you might be saying, wait a minute, I'm a busy mom or I have zero time. 10 minutes a day, actually right here it says 15. 10 to 15 minutes a day. You can do that while you're in the car. You can do that while you're getting in the shower, especially if it's Audible. But just finding that time, or maybe you get up in the morning and you want to spend some time before you start to work out or do your daily morning tasks. Spending some time in reflection and just personal development is really going to help your mindset. Because the foundation of this business is something that, just like any job you do, just like anything, any big change you make in your life, it's going to be something that, there's going to be really, really good days and there's going to be hard days, just like in motherhood or in your day job, whatever it is that you you do day to day. So it's important to really kind of fuel yourself and pour back into yourself, because if it's left up to me and I'm not ever pouring or reading anything, or think all I'm thinking about is like all the things and tasks I have to do, it gets very difficult. So it's so important, just like we preach to our challengers and to everyone, like the content that we provide to people is how much they need to love themselves. It's important to love your own self and pour back into that with personal development. I've got a lot of good recommendations for that, so I'll help you. I can help guide you if there's a specific area you struggle with. There's definitely a lot of book recommendations I can suggest, or people on our team can suggest. So that is kind of the snapshot view of, if you're a new coach, this is just the main thing you should be looking at, because I want you to know that, like, in order to start to move your business forward, whether you want to run with this business, whether you just want to do it more as a hobby, whether you just want to take your time, this is going to be the foundation, and this is what is going to start to see success. The people that are super successful in this business or in any business, the difference in them and anyone else in the world is they just do simple, small habits every single day. And so this really outlines it for you. One thing to point out that I love to always share with a new coach is that it even talks about like time too. So like if you are someone who doesn't have 45 minutes to go through something, you can actually break it out in the day and find pockets of time to do this. So at night, I typically do a lot of invites, and I just set a timer for 15 minutes and I start to connect with people. And that way it doesn't seem so daunting, because I'm literally squeezing all areas of this business into my life, because I want to be able to balance mom life, work life, coach life all together. And so I think Beachbody does a really awesome job of just showing you how to do this with these time limits. And then, I think, again, like I said before, the most important thing is just being consistent. Like I said, if you're not doing a program and if you're not sharing about that or showing that in your stories, people aren't going to really know what you're inviting them to. And it's going to feel weird and it might feel icky. But when you're showing up every day, I mean, I can guarantee you my followers know every single day that I'm going to get a workout in at some point. They expect that. So when I invite them to my next challenge group or my next fit group or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't seem so weird and it doesn't seem so scary, because they 100% know what I'm inviting them to if they're, or they at least have an idea if they've been watching me. And if they continue to watch me, then I know that they may have some interest. So that is just, the key is this really helps with consistency, as does our team. And so if you're a new coach, my best recommendation and my best advice I can give you is just pull this out, print it out, however you want to look at it every day, put it somewhere where you'll see it, and start doing these actions. Now, when it comes to inviting, I want to definitely highlight this. I think inviting is something that is often seen as big and scary, and we don't know what to say. So again, I want to help you that there's always these scripts. Like I have them kind of broken down, like, someone who's been, hey girl, I've noticed you captured glimpses of my stories and just want to thank you for supporting my journey. It means the world. And then I talk about maybe my next group. Or if it's someone who's just following me for the first time, maybe it's, hey girl, or hey lady, thanks so much for following my health and fitness or crazy health and fitness journey, mama style. Are you on a healthy journey of your own? The best advice, keep it super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't, share like a long paragraph, but just keep it simple, because we're in the business, this business, what I think of it as, is changing lives. I've had a hand in changing my family's life, my own life, and so many other women's lives who were, really struggling with depression or are going through a tough time in their marriage. But this is the one thing, the one outlet that has helped them get through. And I think that there's nothing more fulfilling than helping someone get through a challenging time and being able to provide them the tools to help them get that. And so when you think of it like that, that you have the ability to change lives, it doesn't seem so scary. It seems more of like a mission statement to how many lives can you change. Because that's kind of how, when I need to get in the mindset of like, okay, I need to knock out some invites and I want to like start May off strong because it's the first of the month. I remember the people's lives that I've changed. I remember the thank you cards that I've gotten, or the messages that someone has sent me, or the pictures that someone has lost 65 pounds. True story. That's what's going to fuel you, and that's what's going to really help you. So I think if you change your mindset around what coaching is, then it doesn't make, go back to this, connecting and inviting and following up so scary. And my last point I want to hit on with this exact tracker, because again, this purpose of this call is to get you starting to take action. It's just following up. So I think I asked you before, how long did you watch your coach before you joined them? And likely you probably watched, you watched for a while. You did not join the first time, you did not join the second time, maybe you didn't join the fifth time. I've had ladies who have joined me 2 years later. So just remember that the fortune is always in the follow-up. And just because someone says no doesn't mean no forever. It just means no right now. You never know what someone's story is. You never know what they're going through in your life. Your job as a coach is just to share your journey, help inspire people, and help people change their lives. I'm a little passionate about it because, it changed my life. Okay, so new coach, this is like your Bible of coaching. And then the other helpful resources that I have for you are going to all be out. If you go into the Facebook page, go to the Google Drive, this is where you're going to find everything. Scripts. I've got things like everything a new coach needs to know, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. Getting started right with, this is just like documents on how to talk about different programs we have, ways to stay active as a coach. All of these details, always come to me with questions, but all of this is out there for you. And then we even have some free group information too. And so from there, I want to talk about this document, which is everything a new coach needs to know. I had to make some edits to it. But this is something that I want to make sure you all have, because again, if you can use this, check out this, you are golden. There's a lot of like little things you need to learn. There's a lot of, there's awesome resources when you're first starting out coaching. But if you stick to the business activity tracker and kind of this document to kind of help you learn everything a new coach needs to know, you'll be successful. So what's first? This just talks right here about the vitals. So again, working on you, sweating, sharing your journey, listening to personal development, and encouraging, shouting out your people and getting them results. The next thing is just, this is just more of a tactical element, but how to share your journey. So on social, I use Instagram, you can use Facebook. If you're someone who doesn't necessarily use or love social media, it's not a requirement. Social media makes it easier, but you can certainly share your journey in real life, as I call it, or talk to your coworkers, or whatever kind of that mechanism is. But just make sure that you're able to share what you're doing regularly, so people, when they are ready to make a change in their life, or they're just at a point where they don't know what to do, they think of you. The next thing to know is what we call Success Club. So Success Club is something that basically measures the amount of lives you change in a month. So every time that you get someone started with a challenge pack, which is your Beachbody On Demand, and like Shakeology or the Performance Line, the standard package starts at $160. There's a couple other challenge packs also out there. And if you go into the Scripts and Combos, I might rename that, there's a document called the main packages we offer. So it's a great kind of resource to check out. But again, if you get someone started with a challenge pack, that's 2 points. And then also if anyone starts Shakeology and does it monthly, what we call Home Direct, that's 2 points. So your goal, and to be what we would, if you want to think about it from a numbers perspective, to be profitable, is to help get 3 people started a month. And so basically that's called Success Club 5, even though it's 6 points. And if you get 3 people started, that's Success Club 5. That's showing Beachbody, that's showing yourself that you are, doing these things daily and you're seeing success. And so there's really cool incentives that come with Success Club. You get a lot of recognition, you get prizes, and every month that you qualify for Success Club, as long as you're qualifying at least Success Club 5, you're going to likely get on the list for the Success Club trip. So a bunch of us just went on a cruise a couple months ago, completely paid for, all because we helped change at least 3 lives a month. That's kind of the benchmark. It's not a requirement, but that's what you should shoot for as a new coach, is just to help 3 people each month. And then for the next benchmark is you help 5 people get started a month, with a challenge pack. That's called Success Club 10. So those are both kind of those 2 benchmarks. And then any more over 5, it's still called Success Club 10, but it just, your points accumulate. So one month I hit Success Club 14. There are girls on our team that are on our upline that hit crazy high Success Club points, but don't be focused on that. Just focus on changing lives, because what's really cool about Success Club, it represents lives changing. And that's what we're in the business for. And then the next only kind of thing I wanted to touch on, as in this Coach Basics, is what we call right and left leg. You're going to hear a lot about it. There's a specific reason why you have legs, but basically this is you as a coach right here. And then you're going to have a left leg and a right leg. And so when you get started, one of your legs, you'll start to see coaches put underneath you. And so I will start to help build out your leg. It's more of a team effort. So coaches will, that side of our team, you'll see coaches added. But on your other side, whichever, and it might be your, one side might be your weak, what we call weak, and one side might be your strong, different depending on where you're placed. But on the other side, that'll be the leg that you start to grow. And so when you're first getting started, maybe at first you're just adding challengers. But if it's someone who does like the products, they want to get them at a better deal, you can add someone as a discount coach. They have the same title as you, they have the same perks as you. They don't necessarily want to work the business, but they want the products for cheaper. So that's what we call discount coaches. So Beachbody doesn't differentiate. You just have to, you start to build out your team by adding coaches to your legs. So as mentioned, myself and your upline will be building one of your legs and helping you, and then you'll have sole control of the other. And so you don't need to necessarily know everything about building out your legs, but that's how that's going to help you build volume. And so volume is how you start to make money. And we can go in specifics of that. I have a Getting to Emerald call that I have a recording of, and we'll do pretty frequently. That should always be kind of your first goal, is to get to Emerald, which means you have a coach on either side. And from there, that's how you really start to see the residual income come in. Because there's, obviously you're helping people change their life, you're getting commission on that side, or from, that bucket of money, but then you're also able to build this residual side too. And then finally, just your coach office reminders. This is something that if you go into your teambeachbody.com and you go to sign in. This is where your coach office is run. So if you go to coach, it's really cool because it will show you everything about your business, about who's ordering. It keeps track of your customers. It's like a super cool way to run a business, and you don't have to do anything. So this is what it looks like. This is where you can find your new customer orders. You can find all this information. If you have specific questions, I can definitely walk through this with you, but this is what it means in your coach office, like where you'll see your earnings and commission. This is my EFT management, is where you'll update your bank account information. So when you do help someone get started with a package or whatever, your commission goes straight to your bank account. And then, yes, that's where you just set up your direct deposit. And then the other thing in here too, there's a section where it'll show you how to place coaches. It'll be under graphical genealogy, which I can show you how to do that. And then the other thing I just want to share real quick is also under the coach section, there is a thing called ShareCart, and this is a super easy tool that you can use to help someone, to send someone an order. So we'll just put like an old email address of mine. I will click continue, and then from here I can just pick a challenge, whatever I'm going to send this person. Beachbody On Demand, this is kind of our main challenge pack. I'm going to click it. This is the performance line. I pick whatever they want. And then anything else I can add, I just send them an email. So really cool, really simple, and just an easy way for people to get started. So to recap, this is your Bible. This is going to be a helpful document for you just to get started. I also have a new coach guide that's kind of similar, but it basically just goes over like when you're first getting started, some immediate things you can do. But this is more of like the resource guide. So business activity tracker, resource guide, and then out here in Google Drive land, lots of resources. So hopefully this is helpful. I don't want to take up too much time because I did want to just focus on really going through the basics of getting started. But I want to challenge you, if you're watching this, with a couple of action steps. So first of all, make sure you print out the business activity tracker. From there, I want all of you, when you watch this, to write out your schedule for the day. Show me what pockets of time you're going to work your business. And then also, I want you to tell me what program you're committing to, because you can't invite if you're not committed to a program, whether it's a nutrition program or if it's a workout program. And then finally, what your goal is to invite and follow up and make new connections every day. Set a goal, whether it's a weekly goal, a daily goal, a monthly goal, whatever your goal is, set it up, because if you don't set a goal, you'll just try to hit goals, but if you don't actually write them out and put a plan together on how to hit them, like if I have a goal to send 100 invites this week, but I haven't done any yet, then I'm probably not going to hit that goal. So if you set a goal, we can then reverse engineer it and help you hit those goals with like your daily tasks. So again, print out the bat, send me your schedule, tell me what program you're picking, and tell me what invites number you're focused on getting. But again, I think this, hopefully this call will help you just get a jump start, kick start into coaching. One other thing I did want to show you is when you get started, in addition, I do have, when you get your email from me, I have a new coach mentorship that this is just basic videos that kind of help go into detail on all things coaching. So this is my welcome video. You have a link to this with the password. And then here, these 4 are the real important one, where we talk about vision, the 4 behaviors that are on the business activity tracker, scheduling your day, and just rejection. Then there's additional videos that just are helpful, like how to set up your website, the business call or the different calls that are available, how to send someone an order, and just different resources. So there's about 16 tasks, but not all of them are videos, but some of them you don't necessarily need to watch all at once, but they're just out there for you to reference, along with some additional resources as well. So we've got plenty of resources to help you. But again, if you're feeling, overwhelmed, or you just don't know what to do, stick to that business activity tracker, do it daily, and then, just rely on me and your team to help answer any questions. So hopefully that's helpful. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.